So last week, Bethesda, a video game company, released a trailer for upcoming DLC for their game Indiana Jones and the Order of the Giants. And the trailer in question definitely triggered a certain portion of the internet. So let me play the trailer for you and then take a guess as to who this rubbed the wrong way.
Huh. Nice place. You don't care much about these fascists, do you?
Yes, because Indiana Jones famously is pro-fascist. He's not Antifa, he is pro-fa, apparently. Now, some time has passed since that trailer went up, and Bethesda got backlash, and they took down the trailer. They capitulated to fascists, which is very embarrassing, but they released a new trailer, which is as apolitical as they could possibly make it, and I'm going to play that for you and then let you know how the fascists responded to this new trailer.
Impressive.
Nothing objectionable there. Right? If you're a fascist or a Nazi, you can't possibly see that and think, oh, this is a microaggression, they're attacking me. And you'd be correct, but they're still mad because of what happened the last time they put up a trailer, and even though they deleted it, they're still out for blood. So let me show you some examples here. The Quartering responds saying, fire this person or face consequences. Wolf Broski says, your company is populated with people who clearly hate me and people like me. This is, I mean, you're telling on yourself, Wolf. I'll never buy another Bethesda game again, and I'll agitate at every opportunity that nobody else does neither. Bethesda, this was your official reply after everything that happened last week. You shouldn't have... This is so fucking... You shouldn't have your true colors. Don't support Xbox. Don't support Bethesda. Don't support Game Pass. Scumbags, you think this shit is funny? Understand, when you give these soulless bastards money, you're funding people who want you dead and think it's funny. You're absolutely fucking disgusting. Read the fucking room, not the one you're in filled with blue-haired freaks, the actual fucking room. This company supports murder, by the way. You haven't made a game worth playing since Skyrim anyway. Why did you delete this post? Isn't that what you wanted them to do? Microsoft, you can thank Bethesda for my cancellation. Kudos to the Bethesda team for showing their true colors. I've been a fan of your games for years. If this is how you feel about your customers, I'm going to make it my mission to destroy you. You have no fucking idea how angry we are. You will soon. Fuck Bethesda. After your employees decide to celebrate an assassination, I won't buy another game from them. I'm assuming that they like posted quotes from Charlie Kirk. Wild ratios you got going on there. It's almost like you deleted a post people didn't like. Oh wait, the internet never forget this. Purge your company of the rot. Deleting all your bullshit off my console now. You guys messed up big time. Say goodbye to your wallet. Hope you go out of business. That was incredible. So listen, it's certainly telling that conservatives are offended by this. In case they're not aware, canonically speaking, Indiana Jones has always been against Nazis and fascists. In fact, if you play the main game, the main villain is a Nazi. So it's hard to imagine why you would be offended by this game shit-talking fascists unless, of course, you yourself happen to be a little bit fascist, maybe a tiny bit. Now, they did the same thing back in 2016 when Wolfenstein 2 was released. They didn't like that fascism was portrayed as bad, and they clutched their pearls and shit their pants and frothed at the mouth and threw temper tantrums and tried to cancel the game because it portrayed Nazis and fascists negatively, and they don't like that Indiana Jones is doing the same thing because maybe it hits a little bit too close to home. Maybe they see themselves as some of the individuals, the bad guys in particular, that Indiana Jones is fighting. Have they thought about that? Have they thought that, like, getting offended at fascists being shit-talked kind of makes them look like fascists? I mean, if you were to get offended that somebody talked shit about a pedophile, you'd acknowledge that that's a bad look, right? Unless you yourself are a pedophile, because everybody can acknowledge collectively as a society that pedophiles are bad. But for you to be like, no, this is deeply offensive to me, for you to say that fascists are bad, you're telling on yourself. You're telling on yourself. But yet, if you were to call them fascists, they would also throw a temper tantrum because that's bad. They'd say, nope, You can't call me that because we're not fascists, even though we do get offended when fascists are shit-talked and we're supporting a fascist president and we support fascist policies. Yeah, I guess the takeaway is if you don't want to be called a fascist, I think that avoiding things like this might help with the perception that you're trying to fight, right? Because if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, people are going to think it's a duck. And you being offended at the Nazis that Indiana Jones is fighting in this game, it makes you look like a duck. And by duck, I mean Nazi.
Up yours, up yours, up yours.
Sons of bitches.
Woke moralist, woke moralist, woke moralist.
I dreamed I saw my maternal grandmother. She was stroking herself absent-mindedly. I let her have her way. Her genital region was exposed. I let her have her way.